about the brand new products they are going to be awesome. So anyway, the market in general is still growing. You continue to hear it's going to be a $22 billion industry, but I have heard numbers as much as 200 billion globally by 2025. So if you think of it that way, this space is just going to explode. But even at 22 billion,
Amen.
That's a big number. You know, so there is so much opportunity out there. And the interesting thing is people are starting to understand it a little bit. And, you know, what quite often comes to me is, what is this CBD? You know, where did it come from? It's all of a sudden in the news everywhere, and it is. You know, the Farm Bill got passed last December. It was our Christmas present, basically, to really, you know, help us in the space of, you know, really being out there and not having to deal with as many issues. You know, WADA, the World Anti-Doping Association for Olympic athletes, said, hey, our athletes need this. As long as it doesn't have THC in it, our athletes need this. So we're starting to see, you know, this openness. So what I love, and you guys, anybody who's heard me before know I come from the network marketing space. That's what I've done my whole life. And what is so cool about what you guys do is you're able to create that relationship with people. You're able to say to somebody, hey, have you heard about CBD? And they'll say, yeah, I've heard about it, but I don't understand anything about it. And that's your opportunity to really start to educate people and create that relationship. And we all know that if you've created a relationship with somebody, that's your ability to sell to somebody. If you've taught them, you create the understanding, they're going to buy from you. They're not going to go to the CVS down the street where they don't know the product, they don't have somebody that they can go find and ask a question of. They're going to come to you because you can answer their questions. So this is what it's all about. In this space is really creating that relationship.
Will we be able to get this?
I'm sorry?
Will we be able to get this on
I don't know why not. Cynthia says I don't know why not. So we'll figure it out.
Okay,
She's my partner in crime.
Taking pictures, we usually like try to take pictures, but if we can get it, if we know we can go to our 5 minutes.
Yep.
You want the presentation?
Yeah.
We'll take care of it after. We'll
Okay.
make an announcement.
Okay.
Like I said, she's great. Just so you know, so it's when your products are delivered, it's Cynthia who makes it happen. So anyway, you know, it's all about, you know, for me too, it's about a relationship. We work together very closely to make sure we get you what you need so that you can provide your customer what you need. So anyway, so CBD effectiveness, it really has to do with the endocannabinoid system. And you've heard this before, but you know, let me go a little more in depth today than I have in the past. It has to do with the receptors. You've got a CB1 and a CB2 receptor specifically that create this interaction with the endocannabinoid system. And each one of these receptors actually have a specific benefit. You know, where do they interact with? How do they work with that specific area? So like you'll see in the CBD1, you'll see the brain. You know, when you hear a lot of this relaxation, you hear a lot of, you know, memory kinds of things, a sense of calming, de-stressing. It's because of that CB1 receptor that's interacting with the endocannabinoid system saying, hey, I'm fed, you know, I'm ready to help you, what can I do for you? And so that's what that receptor is kind of doing in terms of communicating with the body saying, hey, I gotcha, you know, and here's where I'm going to help you. So look at it from a CBD1, you're looking at the brain, you're looking at the lungs, you're looking at muscles, digestive, immune, liver, I mean, there's a whole list. When you then look at the CB2, you're looking at bone, you're looking at skin, you're once again immune, the spleen, you know, those are the areas that that endocannabinoid system is talking to and saying, hey, I gotcha. You know, I'm feeding you, here I am. So that's what you have to think about it is you're feeding with CBD this endocannabinoid system. And this endocannabinoid system is saying to your body, I gotcha. I gotcha. You know, we can't make specific claims on what it does, but we can say it's feeding this system. And because it feeds this system, I gotcha. I mean, think of it in that way. And that, you know, that, people get it too. You know, we don't have to get real technical with people. The more technical you get, the more you lose them. So you can just say, hey, I'm feeding the system. It's gotcha. So then when you look at products, let's look at the products of what are being sold. Lotions, creams, and topical products. Well, one is, I'm going to be real, that's the category the FDA likes the best. And so those are where you're starting to see the products more in a retail space, in classical retail space. So that's why you see that as number one. But it's also our top selling products. I mean, think about how much intense relief rub we've sold and how well that works for people. Or think about the anti-aging serum or relief. Those are all topical products. And those are in the top category of products that are being sold and that people are looking for. And the other great thing about those products is you can feel and see the results. Okay? Then you've got gummies. We'll just drop, we'll pass over that one as well. Then tinctures, of course. And tinctures, you know, whether it's a 500, 1,000, a 1,500, tinctures, as you can see, are those three actually make up over 50% of the sale. So those are the products that we're focusing on in the process. Vapes, yeah, well, you know, with all the recent news, that's an opportunity to kind of say, hey, I got all these options instead of vapes. So let's just look at it that way. Vapes have always made me a little nervous just because of, you know, you don't understand exactly how they work. You know, most of the cases with the vapes is really the fact that they were made by somebody who didn't understand the quality. And those issues are really what's coming back to haunt people. So as long as you're getting product through FDA facilities, which all of our products come through an FDA facility, and we're getting more and more products through an OTC facility. Do you guys know what the difference is between FDA and OTC? Let me tell you. I always know fun facts. So FDA is actually certified saying you've got specific quality standards in place. You've got paperwork in place that shows every ingredient that you bring into that facility has a documentation to say exactly what it is. You've got a paper formula that you use before you put product into production, and you follow that all the way through. And at the end, you do the testing to make sure that there's no bacteria, there's no microbes, that the product is what it is. And so it's a process for all food and drug products to go through for the FDA to say, yes, this is a safe product. Now the OTC stands for over-the-counter drug. So as you can imagine, a product that's kind of food and nutrition is one level of standards. OTC, just by the nature of over-the-counter drug, says, hey, it's another benchmark all that much higher. So we are getting a lot more products from OTC to make sure that the quality continues to be there. Now, OTC facilities don't make a lot of products either, so we have to, you know, figure out who will do, because they're used to making aspirin. They're not used to making CBD. So, you know, a lot of this finagling and figuring it out, but we're always going to make sure you've got the best quality products out there and the best manufacturing and standards in place so that when you sell a product, you can feel confident that what you're selling is what you said it was and that it's safe. I mean, there's still a lot of CBD products made in facilities that don't have any standards whatsoever.
Amen.
And they don't always have standards in terms of, they have standards in terms of cleanliness and production protocols, but they don't have standards in terms of what products have to be. OTC, okay, so as an example, OTC, if you want to make a cane claim, and actually make a pain claim, it has to be made in an OTC facility. And not only does it have to be made in an OTC facility, but it has to be made with a monograph ingredient, i.e. menthol, at a certain percent of the formula to make sure that the claim of pain is backed by that menthol ingredient made in an OTC facility. So, lots of interesting things to just kind of understand. Like I said, that's what I'm trying to do today, is to give you some fun facts so that as you're creating that relationship with somebody, you can actually say, hey, I gotcha. Here, where are customers buying? I found this chart very interesting. Look at the MLM. There's 100 companies selling CBD right now. Who do we know? I know you guys. I can maybe name a couple others, but most of these companies are small companies. Smaller than you by a long shot. So think about what you can do in terms of growing your network marketing by the story you're telling. So, once again, you're seeing a lot in more traditional spaces, but MLM's a great way to sell this product for network marketing. And I can tell you right now, you're one of the biggest ones out there selling this product. So take advantage of it, guys. So, as I told you, I did this information a little bit ago. So see the vape? I suspect if you took a new survey today, it might look different. But we'll just leave it that way, because that was the chart I had, and the official chart I had from a while ago. So anyway, you look at that, and 58% are women, interestingly enough. So think of it as in terms of who the customer is. 80% of the people using CBD will use it once a week, and 41% of it, the people use it daily. Now, if they understand the benefits of this product, particularly that 80%, they truly understood the benefits of this product, wouldn't they be using it daily? Yeah. So you kind of say there's still so much education that needs to go on in terms of why you do this, why you take it, the benefits of this. When you look at that kind of information, you kind of say, vapes are a little scary. I talk to women. Women tend to buy for the household. That's probably why you see the 58% there. Once a week, though, is just crazy. If somebody really understands the benefits, they're going to use it daily, not once a week. Here's a little more information. So when you start looking at the ages, you've got 35 to 49. That goes back to women head of household tend to buy for the family. So that's why you see the spike there in the middle. And then you see that it's pretty traditional age range that you would see for any consumer product. So as it's growing in knowledge, you're starting to see a very traditional looking age range in terms of who's buying it. Then when you look at some additional information that I like to look at is there's not a specific income group either. Look at there down here at the bottom. There's not like a single income bracket that stands out. It's everybody buying it because they understand the benefit. Those who are buying it understand the benefit that it can help improve my health, help improve my daily lifestyle. So you see people who are lower incomes finding a way to buy it, and the people with higher incomes, are also just buying it. So I look at this chart and go, everything about this information says we just need to talk to people. It's all about the education. Because if people understand it, it's not a single person out there or demographic that would say, no, I don't need that. You can talk to anybody. That's what this chart says to me. There's not a person who isn't interested. Just start talking to people. Okay, let's talk a little bit. Like I said, I wanted to give you just a feel of what's happening in the marketplace so you really can say, yeah, I understand my market. So let's talk a little more about the products themselves. So first of all, we talked about topical products, skincare products, they're the hottest category in terms of amount of sales. So let's start with those particular products. And I'm going to kind of go over them quickly because my goal here is to kind of go through everything and be finished up. So I've got like 15 to 20 minutes to answer questions. Okay, so you know, if you get specific questions at the end, I can get into it, but what I want to do is have everybody understand the general information behind the products. Some of these products, what did we launch these 2 years ago? Yeah, so I was up here telling every ingredient on these products 2 years ago. Now we got a lot more of them. We don't have time to go through every ingredient. So we're going to kind of go through, you know, the general information. So when you look at that, Rescue Moisturizer, so here's how I like to think of products. So you'll see information up here, but here's where I'm going to want to go over today. What do they kind of do and how do I talk about it? Okay? So Rescue Moisturizer. Rescue, in the name itself, says I'm rescuing you from something. I'm rescuing you from something. So if somebody has a skin condition, you know, like a real dry skin patch, or a pigmentation issue, or the skin is just really uneven, you know, it could be hives of some type, you know, those kinds of things. Think of it in terms of rescue is going to rescue from a skin condition. That's the easiest way to remember it. It's vitamin E and lavender that are the key ingredients that allow you to be rescued. And then, of course, CBD. But anyway, there's a variety of ingredients. But the key is I'm going to be rescued. That's the rescue product. Anti-aging moisturizer has collagens and peptides, and so it helps with fine lines and wrinkles. It's my favorite product. So I know you guys have all heard me say, I'm 60. I'm good with that. You know? It's products, and specifically today, OXZGEN anti-aging moisturizer that allow my skin to firm and tone, not show a lot of wrinkles. You know, I believe I've aged well. You take it for what it's worth. But you know, at the end of the day, it's products like the anti-aging that helps with the fine lines and wrinkles. You know, the big wrinkles like I here in the middle of my forehead, I figure I just earned those. You know, I had to work 6 years to get those. I'm going to keep those. But you know, all the fine lines, and you know, sometimes you see people's skin really sagging. This is going to help with that sagging, that the puffiness, that you know, just the better looking condition of your skin. Then, of course, you've got the anti-aging serum, and that's specifically designed for your eyes. You can put it all over your face, but it's specifically designed for your eyes. And what I love to do with this product, or even the anti-aging one, is actually put it on the back of somebody's hands. And I think you guys have probably heard me say this, but I'm going to reinforce this. Your age shows on the back of your hands more than it does any place else in your face. Because think about it. You consciously put sunscreen on your face. And you go, I'm going to protect my face. But we don't consciously put it on our hands. And you think about it, you're driving, you know, the windshield is going to show through the light. You're going to be outside, you haven't put sunscreen on. Your hands actually show your age more than any place else in your body. So what I love to do, and I've done this on a lot of your hands, is you put a little bit on the back of a person's hand, and you start talking to them. And then about 30 seconds later, you have them compare. And they will see the difference. Instead of seeing it on TV, you know, with the guy that's eyes change on the commercial. You laugh, but we've all seen it. This is your version of that product with CBD and all natural ingredients. So it is a very cool product, and you can show somebody those results on their hands. Now, the other cool thing about it is it works instantly, but it also creates a residual effect. So as you use it and you continue to use it, you'll continue to see overall improvement. So, if you really wanted to go through the process of going, okay, for 30 days I'm going to put it on one half of my face, and I'm not going on the other half of your face, you'll see the difference. But who wants to look different on one side of your face versus the other? So that's why your hand is just a great place to use and to show. And you guys you might want to come check out the back of one of my hands, because I've been particularly putting it only in this one spot on my hand every day. And I don't put it on the other hand. And you can see the circle, it's a little bit about a silver dollar size where I've been putting it. And I've done that for the last 15 days, because I've been out talking about CBD and talking to people about CBD. And so I've been doing it. And this morning I looked and went, oh wow, I can see this on my hands. And this morning I didn't even put product on, because I want you guys to kind of see how you can really see results that are long-term and not just instant and go away. So it's just kind of fun, okay? So the new product is the massage product. So who has had their massages done? Okay. When I walked in and saw those massages going on, I was like, okay, I got to figure out that. But the massage oil worked extremely well.
Yes.
Because think about it, you've got essential oil, you've got eucalyptus, you've got CBD, and what you tend to do, and I like to think of it in this fashion also, is the eucalyptus, the essential oils, are going to create that quick result. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel the relaxation that comes with that. And then the CBD gets penetrated into the skin for longer term results and longer term soothing. It's an awesome product, and it really works very well. What? You're a witness. Okay. Like I said, I might have to figure out how to get one of those done, after standing up, and all of you guys, after a weekend of a show, you're tired. It'll be good. It'll be really good. Intense relief rub. I've had a few names along the process. I understand that. But that has to do with some of the FDA kind of rules and what you can say and can't say, and so anyway, the intense relief rub is your longest product, and that's the product you guys have all been able to use, show, demonstrate, and have people have instant, mobility relief, instant discomfort relief. I'm going to tell you words that are FDA friendly. So it actually provides those results. And the reason I like that product so well is you can demonstrate it. People feel it. And when people feel it, you don't have to give them, it includes all these ingredients. All they know is it works. It works. And that's all you got to show them. My personal favorite and my husband's personal favorite is PDQ. So, because first of all, it starts with an alcohol base. So when you spray it, you instantly feel the cooling sensation. So you all of a sudden go, oh, it's cold. It kind of feels numbing. So you get that relief from the alcohol is what's causing that cooling. Then all of a sudden it starts to feel warming. And that's the menthol and eucalyptus that have now kicked in. Because they warm. So think about it. When you're dealing with pain relief, everybody tells you use ice and heat. We just did that in a spray. And then you add in the CBD and the essential oils to provide that longer term relief. So alcohol is the cooling, menthol and eucalyptus is the warming, and then you kick in with all the ingredients that are going to provide you with that long term results. Now, my husband's a water skier, and he's 65. So let's take this back a ways, and he's crashed and burned a few times just skiing. A lot of times just skiing. And maybe, took Larry to the court in basketball, but my husband's going to lose because he's 6 foot tall, and Larry's a little taller than that. So he played a lot of basketball. So he hurts, and he still loves to water ski. So what he does is he sprays PDQ about 15 minutes before he's going to go ski, because now it's warmed up his body. and he's ready to ski. And then if he took a bad spill, he might be using it again that night. But, you know, it's one of those kind of scenarios where it is something he has in his ski bag always. He uses it every time he skis. So it's instant, it's fast, it works. Now let's talk about some general health products. And we were said, you know, the next product down is, so we started out with our lotions and creams, which we know are the top selling products. The next is vapes. We're not talking our gummies, but we'll talk about those later. Then we've got tinctures. So let's talk a little bit about tinctures. So once again, tinctures are a great way to feed your body. Feed that endocannabinoid system. And I like to think of it in this way. Nutrition, 100 years ago, hemp was part of your diet. It had protein, it had fiber, it had omega-3s, antioxidants, and it had CBD. We took it out of our diet. You know, we decided it was going to get us high in the 1940s and just said, nope, can't have that in your diet anymore. So there, in my head, quite often I go, could this be a source of a lot of the issues that we have? When we go back to the first couple slides up there that said, you got this system that's looking to be fed, and you're not feeding it. You know, so this is what the tinctures are doing. They're feeding your endocannabinoid system. They're providing your body with that, hey, I gotcha feeling that they're looking for. And depending on your level of health, you know, if you're a healthy individual, you know, 500 is going to just make sure you continue to be healthy. And you're going to continue to be at your maximum performance. Whether it's your personal life, whether it's your career, whether it's sports. But it's going to ensure, like you would have multivitamin, that you're covered every day. It's your life insurance policy. You know, we like to refer to vitamins and minerals as a life insurance policy. Because you don't really know, did they work? We all believe they work, but we don't know that. And we do it because it's a life insurance policy. So if you're a healthy individual, you're going to say, hey, 500 is great. It's going to help me be my best. Okay? Then you're going to go to the higher levels if you're looking at, you know, you're just not quite at your maximum performance. So you continue to move up. So, you know, when they start talking about daily dose, you know, the lowest number tends to be 10 to 15 milligrams a day. For regular health, the top ends up being 30 to 50 is kind of that norm, you know. But if you've got something really serious, the good thing I love to tell people is, I don't know of any significant side effects from food. This is a food. Are you okay? Now, if you've got health conditions, I would definitely say go talk to your doctor before you start taking major quantities of it. But, you know, there's not any interaction that's been found that's truly been proven out. This is a food. We source it from hemp. It's been a food for a long time. So this is going to help you deliver it. So it helps, the tinctures are going to help, you know, soothe, they're going to help with anxiety, they're going to promote digestive, they're going to promote the nervous system. Now, to be honest with you guys, we're making a lot of those claims based on the MCT oil that it's delivered in, because that keeps us out of harm's way with the FDA. But we know that it's infused with CBD, which takes it all to the very next level. So, you know, that's what I want you to know today, because you're starting to hear lots of stuff out there, whether it was the latest, you know, show, you know, 60 Minutes or wherever it might have been, or CNN, where they start talking about what's the quality, what's the benefits, we don't understand it. I'm trying to make sure that you guys know that everything you've got is top quality. You can feel confident in what you're doing. The next group of products are really all about lifestyle. And I know you guys have heard me say this, but I can't reinforce it enough. Go up to somebody and say, hey, how are you doing today? It opens up everybody to tell you every issue that they personally have. Oh, I'm really tired. The kids were kept me up last night. You know, I can't sleep, I can't this, I can't that. These are answers to those questions. You know, I don't have enough energy. You know, we're going to give you a little caffeine boost, we're going to give you vitamin B, we're going to give you CBD. Hey, you know, my weight's really an issue for me. We're going to give you CBD, we're going to give you Garcinia. Garcinia suppresses hunger and increases the metabolism. Helps with weight. Hey, you know, my bones are just not quite there. My joints are not quite there. Turmeric. It's a known ingredient. All these ingredients that I'm telling you that they're infused with are ingredients you guys will recognize. Then, of course, we have capsules, because that's what I travel with. And traveling with tinctures is a little tough, so I like to take my CBD in a pill. But it is, you know, similar to the tinctures. It doesn't have the MCT oil, but it does have the CBD in it, and it's very convenient. The blast cap, great for somebody so think of it in terms of an all-in-one drink. It gives you energy, it gives you workout boost, so energy comes from the T-Prin, the vitamin B, it comes with BCAAs. The great thing is what the boost it gives you in the morning, you could work out immediately, you could potentially take it at noon and then work out. But hey, if you don't want to take it, if anybody's taken the Performance Blast Cap afternoon and can't sleep, yeah. I've warned you before, but it doesn't work very well. You may be up all night. So you can take this product in the morning and actually see the benefits of your workout no matter what time of the day you're going to work out. Okay? We can't forget pets. That's actually one of the biggest growing categories. And let me tell you guys that if you've got pets, you're going to want to talk to your vet about it and encourage your vet to start carrying them. Vets are really getting into CBD. Now they too will say, hey, there's not enough studies, I'm a little nervous about this, because that's what doctors and vets do. Unless they've got a stack of paper that's as high as this podium or higher, they don't really feel good about anything. But on the other hand, they're reading, they're seeing it. I love this story. They actually had two dogs that were brother and sister, and they both had joint issues. So, you know, pets don't know a placebo effect. They don't know, you know, that scenario at all. So they give one pet a pet treat and didn't give it to the other, just to see what the difference was going to be. And within 30 minutes, the one was up and running around and having a grand old time and kind of poking at its sister saying, hey, come join me. So they, you know, of course gave the sister the treat then immediately too, but you could see the difference in the fact that you gave one pet a pet treat and you didn't give the other one a pet treat. And the mobility was significant. The other thing that it's good for is actually anxiety for a pet. We all know those pets that are nervous about thunderstorms, they're nervous about fireworks. You know, my brother has a dog who likes to until we gave him treats, would put his head under the bed. Well, this was a 100-pound dog. So putting its head under the bed didn't really do anything for it other than made Benny feel like he was protected. But the pet treats have made a huge difference for him. He's no longer that level of anxiety where he's going to try to stuff his head underneath the bed. So, but once again, we've added ingredients in here, so if somebody says, hey, I don't really know about this CBD, you can say to them, hey, here's the difference. It's not just CBD. It's got passion flower for the ability to calm anxiety. It's got valerian root a little bit so that it helps calm anxiety. Then it's got ginger that helps with the joints. So there, once again, we're putting ingredients in formulas that we had and infusing with CBD. So I'm gonna finish my part of this and then go to questions with this thought. So once again, Larry will know I've worked on a ton of products.